Sometimes you just have to go small, and the pattern I'm going to tie you today is one of those patterns, and it's called the dry stick midge. Make sure you have these materials ready before you tie the fly. For the hook, we'll use a size 16 dry. We use 8/0 black thread to tie with, some orange foam for the post, some dark red-brown midge flex for the body, and a black dry hackle for the hackle. I have my black thread already tied on the hook, and I've taken a small little square post of orange foam, and we're going to tie this in and tie it in just back from the eyelet, kind of probably about a third of the way down the hook. And again, this is a very small pattern, so tie it in as thin as possible. Really push that foam down when you tie it in, and create a post. As the name explained, stick midge, we want to keep this body very thin, like a stick. So what I have is this midge flex. I'm going to take some, I'm just going to wrap it in near my post, and then I'm going to pull it really hard just to stretch it out, because we want to keep this body small and thin. Tie it in, and then just work it back up towards your post. And again, as you're pulling it and wrapping it for the body, keep it thin. Now the body's tied in, we're going to take our black hackle, making sure it's about the width of the gap of your hook, and tie it in, and we're going to actually wrap it parachute style. Now there's a trick to this. When we wrap it parachute style, we'll take some hackle pliers, hook them on, and start wrapping. Now go around the post once parachute style, and then actually after you've gone around once, you're going to take one rotation below the hook. Actually wrap it like you would a normal hackle. Parachute once again around the hackle, around the post, then come up from the bottom around and finish off the fly. Now what this does is create a nice thorax, and we'll trim off this hair a little bit later. And you'll see what I mean once we show you on a close-up. Now that we've tied off our hackle, we're going to whip finish, and we'll trim the post on the fly to the right length. As you may have noticed when I was tying the fly, when I took those hackle wraps underneath the pattern, what we're going to do now is take our scissors and trim off those hackle barbs that are underneath the fly. What this is going to do is leave a nice little bushy thorax on the fly, but yet gives you a nice parachute hackle on the top of the fly. So tying these small patterns, you get a real nice full thorax and body on the fly, and a nice parachute on the top. Sometimes it's a real pain to have to go to a size 16 or 18 to catch fish, but when the fish are keyed on them, you have to. And this pattern here is a great go-to fly. To watch all our latest Sport Fishing on the Fly episodes and to order Sport Fishing on the Fly merchandise, head to www.sfotf.ca. And if you would like to book an adventure like this one showing, head to ontheflyadventures.ca and book yourself the trip of a lifetime.